The Cheeseboy 628 Show, starring Cheeseboy 628.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Cheeseboy628 here today, giving you an OU tier Pokemon Showdown battle. And this team was brought to me by my buddy the Forecast Mohan, and it's a pretty cool team based on Mega Banette. I also have the defensive core of Ferrothorn and Goodra. I have a support Smeargle, standard Smeargle, Donphan to spin away hazards, and Reuniclus being Life Orb, Calm Mind 3 attacks, which is definitely interesting, although I think Recover instead of Shadow Ball may be a better idea in the future. But it works decently, although I feel like it's a bit frail defensively, even though there's a pretty strong core. But looking at my opponent's team, I do see the Rain Team Swift Swim is allowed at the moment, so Politoed plus Kingdra is going to be pretty threatening, although I do have Goodra to counter Kingdra fairly well. Other than that, I don't see a ton of huge problems with this team. He has to have Mega Caesar if he's going to have a Mega at all, and the rest of his team doesn't look very threatening, so let's see how this battle goes. So I'm going to start off with my Smeargle to get up as many hazards as possible. He brings in Politoed, and I think this is perfect. I'm going to just get off a nice Spore, and that way he does have some sleep fodder. He has one poke that's just useless at the moment. That way I can get up as many hazards as I want right now. I go for the Sticky Web, and he actually goes for the Brick Break on my switch to Ferrothorn. I was kind of predicting maybe locking himself in a BP in the case that he's not Mega, but of course he has that potential since that's his only potential Mega. But now he has his Fortress in, and I do have Banette. I just want to be a nice spin blocker for now, because Sticky Web could be pretty useful. And so here, I can go for the Confuse Ray. That's really my best bet against this thing, but he breaks through, goes for the Pursuit, and takes me out. And the way he's playing this Caesar, he just keeps on going for Pursuit as if he's locked in, so I guess he's banded Caesar, which is definitely effective. I just would think that he'd abuse the chance of having a Mega Evolution. Nonetheless, he goes into Fortress now, and I don't have my Spin Blocker, which is just really upsetting because now he's able to go for the free Rapid Spin. And I'm hoping he doesn't know about the Flamethrower, so I really just want to go for that right off the bat, but he does bring in Politoed, and predicting that actually, I go for the nice Dragon Pulse, get a decent crit, and he's got to be specially defensive by the way he took it. Even though I don't have investment, Goodra is still pretty powerful especially. Now I do have the Ferrothorn in, but I know Brick Break could be coming, so I'm going to bring in Donphan now, eat it up pretty nicely. I'm able to go for some EQs, but I'm pretty sure he's going to bring in Politoed, so I'm going to go back to my Pharaoh, and I think I can start setting up some curses. I don't really see anything that can really touch me on his team. By the way, I love this set. I used it a ton in 5th gen. Now I'm thinking I can set up over and over, like what can Fortress do? Maybe Volt Switch or Jagger Ball at best, and well, I'm going to eat those up pretty darn well. So he's going to go for the Volt Switch now. I can easily go for another Curse on the Switch, and I will do such, and now I'm pretty much free to go for a Power Whip and take him out. Hopefully he doesn't wake up, goes for a Scald, or gets a burn or anything. Right now, to be honest, I'm feeling like I'm pretty useless in this spot, and I need Ferrothorn to start attacking and just damaging his team. He does go for the Encore, so I'm locked in, so I'm hoping maybe he'll switch out now. Nope. He goes for the Scald and burns me, and from here, I honestly think the game is lost. I thought Ferrothorn was my last chance, but now I'm encored into Curse, and I'm burned. I'm just used as death fodder now, really. So I go into Goodra as he brings in Kingdra, and I'm thinking I can live a Draco. I'm freaking Goodra. And so I do such, and I'm able to go for a Dragon Pulse and nearly take him out. And I do carry lefties over Assault Vest because this is a rest talking set with Dragon Pulse and Flamethrower, pretty decent coverage. Now I go into my Ferrothorn, it's basically fodder, and takes the Ice Beam pretty well. And as his final move for Kingdra, he actually goes for the Rain Dance instead of just trying to get some more damage off on me with the Ice Beam. And he does have Politoed, so I think it's kind of a questionable play, because if he did go for the Ice Beam, this Brick Break would have killed, but now he gets a bit more residual damage, and really it's just kind of unfortunate because you're going to get that Iron Barbs plus a little bit of Leech Seed. And to abuse my Ferrothorn having this death fodder right now, I am going to go into Donphan so I can eat that up and get some Leech Seed recovery. Now I'm going to go for the nice Rapid Spin here. I might as well preserve as many pokes as possible, and my Smeargle living on its sash is pretty important. Now he goes for the Scald and he burns me, and I thought, oh my gosh, it cannot get any worse. But I noticed my lefties go first. So I am going to go for the rest, and this actually gives me a bit of hope, because I'm looking at his team, and it's Politoed, and his Heliolisk are definitely walled by my Goodra, and I can easily take out the Pharaoh with a Flamethrower. And what's hilarious is I go for the Sleep Talk and I'm like, if I get Flamethrower here, what do you know? Freaking amazing. So that physical wall is gone. Donphan's pretty much able to check Scizor, so I pretty much have this in the bag in my opinion. Here he goes for the Toxic, and I could preserve my Ferrothorn, which I kind of regret not doing because I could have easily went into Goodra there, preserve my Ferrothorn and my Smeargle as death fodder. But now I have a free switch into Smeargle and I can go for the Spore, so now he has sleep fodder. And I'm just going to go for the rocks in order to break Dugtrio's potential sash, and he sees right through that and he brings in Dugtrio right away. It will take me out easy with the EQ, but I have a pretty much free switch into Reuniclus. I'm going to go for the Psyshock right off the bat because I know that I don't have Recover, so it's going to be kind of annoying to do a bit of damage. But now he brings in Scizor, and I'm thinking, honestly, the only reason you could go for Memento is so that Scizor can set up, but it's just a banded Scizor. And he realizes though, since I have my physical and special wall left, he is walled entirely. Although I'm not sure if he just ran out of time here or something. I thought it would be really interesting to play out the rest of this battle, because his Scizor could at least live one more EQ from my Donphan. Maybe he could just sack Heliolisk to get a free switch into his Politoed, go for a Scald, or even predict me going to Goodra and go for Scizor and do some damage. It's just a huge prediction game that could have potentially happened, but unfortunately didn't. But nonetheless, I still hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.